Not right. Because we want interaction. Interaction makes us give it a more good appeal. Like visual appeal always help us to interact better. So I think so. This would be
Absolutely. The great answer. Guys, this is not a pre-recorded session that you can watch on YouTube. This is an interactive session. We want to add value, right? We want to add benefit in your life, especially, Aarti, imagine you doing yoga in Bangalore to a wall. Can you imagine that, Aarti? Isn't it fair enough that we also have to look at people? Imagine if you were
I,
to do yoga in front of a blind wall. How would it look, isn't it?
no, yeah, I understand. So let me just go to a different room. I'm out
Yeah, no
somewhere.
problem. You understand, we want to add value to your life.
Yeah,
You to
sure.
hide behind the
Yeah, of
wall.
course.
Because especially this topic, guys. Ronak, I am from advertising too. Started my career with HTA, now JWT,
Oh,
Delhi.
wow.
I worked with all the ad agencies. I was a copywriter. I'm still a copywriter and a content creator. So that's very much like Aarti. That's what I do over here also. But I don't do a job. I'm a branding coach for the ad industry, Ronak. I moved from
Brilliant.
copywriter to coaching copywriters and account directors and everything. Got it? So, guys, Alejandro, welcome. Everyone gave a quick introduction. Sorry if I'm going fast. We want to add as much value as possible. 2 days later, we are doing a live session in the Sheridan College for students, and that will have more time. So, pardon me, we'll have to go pretty fast, right? Very quickly, the topic today is how to perfect your elevator pitch. In 10 seconds or more, don't take too much time. If you can just go and what is your understanding of an elevator pitch? Why do you think it's essential, important? Why do you think all those things are there? So, ladies first, let's start with Shweta. Shweta, guys, stay unmuted so we can go fast. Shweta, if you can say unmuted, Alejandro, unmute yourself, and Sebastian, Ameya. What do you think is an elevator pitch in your mind? So when you saw the title, what brought you to this session, Shweta? And why do you think it's important? Very quickly, short, just make it short.
Elevator speech is something, I guess, according to me, is like putting in some words or like putting some statements right in front of your interviewer, so that your pitch of creating particular impact or an impression will be much more on a higher side.
All right,
This is
good.
what I could get from
That's
this.
your good understanding, right? So when you already know everything, Shweta, why would you want to attend the session? You seem to have got the answer right.
I think if I know a few things, like if I know like around 40%, I think you can give me 60%, and
Okay,
together we
thank
can give
you.
100%.
Thank you so much. I'm humbled. Okay, Ronak, my ad agency friend. Ronak, I'm
Yes, sir.
sure you know what an elevator pitch is.
I
Yeah, so what
sort of
brings you
think I
here?
do.
Yeah, okay.
It's when you meet someone in the elevator and the time you have between the two floors, you
Yes.
try to make you try to say the most correct things to get you in his mind
So
or
just like
her
Shweta,
mind.
you would already know it. You know yourself better than us. How can we add value? What brings you here?
Well, I don't know how to create an elevator pitch for myself. That's where I lack. And I'm
Okay.
assuming that's what I will learn today.
All right. For paucity of time, we will move ahead. Does anyone have a different perspective? Pretty much Shweta and Ronak covered everything. Robin Deepya.
elevator pitch is few words but big impact.
Good. How do you define impact? I'm going to give you an example. Okay, so 1 second. Let me go to Ameya. Robandip, you're right, but let's talk about impact. Ameya, we have a different perspective. What brings you here since you guys already know about elevator pitch? Ameya, what brings you here?
So the elevator pitch is something, as they rightly pointed out, carefully worded statements which can impress or highlight your skills. That was something lay a big impact. Now, impact is something that you can.
I want you to understand impact everyone, guys, right? I'm going to take a Indian example and then I'll take a Western example. For everyone from India, Robandip mentioned impact. What is impact? Ameya mentioned impact. Anyone can do a word. Somebody wrote, रिश्ते से तो हम तुम्हारे बाप लगते हैं, नाम है शहनशाह. That was an impact. Those were words. The way it was delivered, that was 85%. So please understand, Ronak, everyone, right? It is not the word. The words in an elevator pitch are only 15%. 85% comes from the way you deliver. That creates impact. Okay. Look at, let's take Barack Obama, for example. He started his campaign with change you can believe in, right? During his campaign, people wore hats of change. Next year there'll be elections again. There'll be the political rallies, right? Look at any politician, any part of the world. It's not the words that come out. It's the impact that delivers. Make sense? So today I may give you the words, right? But it's up to you to practice it again and again and again. All right, guys? Okay. So Purandar, if you can make sure the audio is unmuted, thank you. Guys, make sense? So let's dive right into it. So like I told Ronak, I started my career in advertising industry. We learned elevator pitches a long time ago, right? In the ad industry, we call it branding. We call it a tagline. Walmart says, save money, live better. That's their elevator pitch. Pepsi says, a dil mange more. That's their elevator pitch, isn't it? Amazon says the A to Z of shopping. An elevator pitch that conveys a benefit, a feeling, an experience. But when it comes to individuals, human beings, you better have an impact. To make it easy for all of us, everyone does elevator pitch all the time without knowing it, guys. Do you realize from the time you and I were born, we have been doing elevator pitches. You didn't realize it. When a child is born, how does the child communicate to the mom? It cries. Isn't that an elevator pitch? It tells mom, look at me, change me, feed me, right? Anyone who has a puppy will come and wag its tail, especially when you're having dinner, and you will melt. Isn't that an elevator pitch? Boy meets girl, proposes, elevator pitch. Finding a job in Canada. I want all of you to know over 200 people apply per job. Right? Some of you are looking for a job. Ameya, don't worry. This is life. Zindagi ka dusra naam sangharsh. Right? Life means struggle. So finding a job, getting a job, in and out of it is part of it. But an elevator pitch, Ameya, will help you get to the top of the ranking. An elevator pitch that you will practice today through your words, I would highly recommend should also go on your LinkedIn. Isn't that an elevator pitch? On your Instagram, on your Facebook. So when Dinesh and I'm a branding coach, Dinesh works with BMG. The packaging of BMG itself is an elevator pitch. Makes sense, guys? Everything, when I spoke of packaging, look, I have an Apple phone. Piece of metal made in China. But why did I fall for it? Elevator pitch. Even the packaging, even the box it comes in, some people don't throw it away. Have you seen it? Right. So that's also important, right? So let's jump right into, I'm going to give you 5 tips. 5 is easy to understand, Sebastian. Sorry, Sebastian is gone. Okay. Ameya, 5 tips. 5 is easy to understand. Okay. We will understand 5 tips. We will also see what to do and what not to do. And we will end with a homework. A homework you can take home and you can build your elevator pitch. You fix it right. Remember, an elevator pitch evolves over time. I was a copywriter. I became a creative director. Today I'm a branding coach. Elevator pitches change, right? But the core essence remains the same. It has to offer a benefit. It has to offer a feeling of joy. Sometimes you don't have to mention elevator pitch, all right? Your very presence is an impact, guys. So I'll give you an Indian example and a Canadian example, all right? So let's take people from India. Aarti, are you on? Okay. Aarti, you're in Bangalore, right? Aarti, unmute yourself. Okay, Aarti, I'll tell you an elevator pitch can be done without speaking words. Tea, how is chai made? Boil water and put a tea bag, that is tea. Am I right, Aarti?
Yeah.
Go to the Bangalore railway station. You can buy it for 10 rupees. Chai, right? Get a cup, boiling water, put a tea bag, and that is chai, right? 10 rupees. You step out of the station, Aarti.
Yes.
A store called CCD, same chai, boiling water, tea bag. But people line up and they're willing to pay 100 to 200 rupees for a 10 rupees stuff. Why?
Because of the ambience that they get, the comfort that they get.
In other words, the elevator pitch of CCD without mentioning it, isn't it?
Yeah.
Right. Okay. Let's, Ronak, you're already in Canada.
Yes.
Okay. Let's take coffee. Coffee has been around for thousands of years, right?
Yeah.
At home, if you came home or if I came to your home, boiling water, coffee bean, it should be 50 cents or $1 maximum, right?
Correct.
If I give this boiling water and a coffee bean to Tim Hortons, Dunkin' Donuts, second cup, they would give me boiling water and a coffee cup and the coffee bean, and they would charge me $1, $2. Rana,
Yeah.
if you give it to Howard Schultz, you know who is Howard Schultz?
No.
Howard Schultz is the owner of Starbucks.
Okay.
You give him the boiling water and coffee bean, he's going to call it frappuccino, latte, something grande. We'll sell it to you for $6 and
Yeah.
people line up. Why? Is it the
Because
coffee or is it the man behind the coffee, Ronak?
it's the pitch behind the coffee.
Yes. You don't have to say it in words. Is everyone making sense? Sometimes don't, Shweta, Aarti confuse her head with how do I say it the perfect thing? It doesn't matter. Just your presence is it's an elevator pitch. Make sense? Right. If Arnold Schwarzenegger walked into the Zoom, all of you will stop looking at me and say, wow, Arnold, right? That's an elevator pitch. So please continue working on couple of other things. The way you dress, your body odor, if you're meeting people in person, your stance, your shoes, everything is an elevator pitch. It's not just the word. The entire package makes you who you are, right? Make sense, guys? Okay. So Dan, in India right now, the movie, just like Tom Cruise revived Hollywood Top Gun last year, same thing happened in India this year, early this year. A movie called Patan got released. And the script writer said, we only brought 20% to the script. Shah Rukh Khan brought 80%. You ask Hollywood, they'll say the same. Top Gun reviving the story, only Tom Cruise could have pulled it off. Please, guys, if you want a job, these things matter a lot. Your presence, your impact. Because if the same elevator pitch is going to be spoken by every candidate, how do you become different? You're still the same. I assume, Dinesh, today, a majority of people here are looking at elevator pitch from the point of view of finding a job. Am I right? Is there anyone here who is running for politics? An election candidate needs an elevator pitch, or someone who's scaling his business? I don't think so, right? Am I right? Pretty much everyone here wants a job, right? Ameya, Ronak, Aarti is going to come to Canada soon, Shweta, Robandeep, Alejandro, right? Makes sense, guys? So let's focus on that one primary aspect because that's our audience today. So let's go right into what do we do with an elevator pitch, and I'm trying to make it fast. So if we have time, we can answer questions later. All right. So just like Ronak said, it is indeed, that's how the name came. In the 1930s, when a lot of script writers used to go to California, to Hollywood to sell a script, the producer would say, I'm going to the 7th floor, you have 30 seconds, pitch me your one-line story. If I like it, we can make the movie. We can go to the next step. And that's how the elevator pitch was born in the 30s. The script writer literally had one line, 30 seconds to pitch his story to the producer and impress him, right? Which means what? Your entire life, your 20 to 30 years of greatness, all the great things you did, your accomplishments, everything has to be comprised in 30 seconds. In the Bible, there is a line, man, know thyself. That's what elevator pitch is. You need to know who you are. You need to know your self-worth. I believe each one of you has a seed of greatness within you. With Robandeep in Canada or with Aarti in Bangalore, right? But you got to express it. You got to bloom it and blossom it, isn't it? Right? You may be a piece of coal. You got to sharpen yourself, and sometimes it may hurt. That's how we become a diamond. Within 30 seconds, put your entire life And that's an elevator pitch. All right. It's about making the first good impression. So let's see what Seth Godin says about elevator pitch. Any image I'm sharing with you is freely available. It's something I got from the internet, from Google, which means you can do it too. I'm not a designer, I'm just a messenger. So this image I found on Google, but look what he says. The purpose of an elevator pitch is to describe a situation or say something so compelling that people want to know more about you. So if Aarti says something, Ronak says something, the audience wants to know more. In other words, it's called a call to action. An elevator pitch has to lead to a next step. Hey, nice talking to you. Let's meet for coffee. Nice talking to you. Why don't you come for an interview next week? Otherwise, you just made noise. Please remember, guys. So when Amitabh Bachchan says, "Rishte se to hum tumhare baap lagte hain," Robandeep is whistling because she wants to know more. Right? The theater erupts. Your elevator pitch should not be okay. So what? So we will see some of the mistakes people make and some of the right things people do. All right. Okay. But why? No one has addressed why. Simon Sinek wrote a book, Start with Why. Why do we need an elevator pitch today? Any job, since a majority of you are job seekers here, any job attracts over 200 people. And you can Google it right now, and a recruiter will spend only 6 to 7 seconds looking at a resume. Your elevator pitch has to be as impactful as "My name is Bond, James Bond." Right? Makes sense? It has to be very short and tight because there's so much noise these days. How do you cut through 200 applicants? Your elevator pitch has to be strong, impactful, effective, and less than 30 seconds. And on paper, LinkedIn, everywhere. Right? This isn't Murli telling you. This is the Carnegie Foundation, guys, Harvard University. An image I found on Google, in case you want to dispute this. 85% of success comes from soft skills. In Canada, it's called soft skills, people skills, the way you communicate, your elevator pitch. So if you are wondering why am I not getting a job, why I'm struggling, because people don't never focus on 85%, especially those coming from Asia, right? We are only told, what do you think our parents told us? Study well, get a degree, go get a job. These skills are never taught to us. But in today's world, 85% of you, which is why that impact of a dialogue, not the dialogue, the way it is delivered makes all the difference. Make sense? So please note this when you look for a job, 85% of success will come from this. And so I went on Google, I said, if a recruiter only looks at 6 seconds, how can I impress the recruiter in 6 seconds? And so they gave me a lot of points: leadership, communication, ability, right? Anyone? Ronak, can you tell me what is point number 2?
Problem solving skills.
Yes. You want a job, Ronak? You want a job, Ameya? You want a job, Shweta? Solve a problem. Your elevator pitch should solve a problem. Otherwise, you just made noise, isn't it? People make this big mistake. They do everything. Tell me about yourself. Remember, here, let me tell you one thing. In an interview, right? Your elevator pitch leads you to an interview, guys, all of you. In the interview, what is the first question they'll ask you? Tell me about yourself. Tell me about yourself is not to tell about yourself. There is a question behind a question. Please remember, what is the real question? Can you impress me? Can you solve a problem? Every question, hidden question is, can you solve a problem? What are your greatest weakness? Even there, you have to solve a problem mentioning your weakness. This was my weakness, but this is how I solved it. Make sense? So tell me about yourself. In the answer, you must solve a problem, guys. Right? All your communication, elevator pitch should solve a problem. An image I found on Google. People don't care who you are. They only care if you can solve that problem quickly. So if Ameya wants a job in banking, tell RBC how you'll solve a problem. Ronak, you want an ad job in an ad agency, tell them how you will solve that problem, isn't it? Make sense? I'll tell you a true story, guys. When I came to Canada, before I became a branding coach, Ronak, just like you, I was looking for a job, right? But I understood branding. I said, until I become the Starbucks or the CCD, there are hundreds of applicants. True story. Today, my clients here include CIBC, Walmart, TD Bank, and others. I approached TD Bank and they said, we already have a writer. We have a North American writer who does all our website, branding, ad agency and all. You know what I said? I said, your biggest audience are new Canadians. The bulk of them come from China, the Middle East, India. I am someone who's come from India. I know English. I can be the perfect bridge. I know the Indian audiences and I also know the Canadian English. I can be the bridge. And so that became my pitch. They said, that's a new way of looking at things, isn't it? Well, long story short, I was hired. I still am the official writer for the new to Canada section of TD Bank. So from one website became ads and radio and TV and everything, isn't it? I'm an ongoing consultant. Try to solve a problem, guys. Be looking for a job in banking, finance, IT, advertising, marketing. When you approach, solve a problem. You got a resume, but in addition to your resume, please solve a problem, isn't it? Okay. Very quickly, we will go through the 5 steps, but you must say something unique, clarify who you are, keywords are important, right? Write it down, practice it, right? Trim it down to bullet point. Makes sense? It's easier to remember. And tailor it to their needs. Make sense? Help them. Eliminate jargon, right? Don't use words like teamwork, leadership. They are done to death. Keep it short and simple. The KISS factor. Practice again. Be confident. Okay, not to do. Okay, not to be clear, not being clear, being muddled, right? Using a lot of filler word, right? No practice and body language. 93% of communication is body language, guys. Confidence, look in the eyes, smile, spark, makes sense? Drooping shoulders and everything. Okay. Now, give me a second, 1 second. I want to show you a video. Okay. I am going to show you where people mess up. So this is something I want to play. I'm going to play for a minute. Anyone who's struggling, you will understand this. Is there anyone here who's practiced or who can give their elevator pitch? Less than 30 seconds, guys. An average recruiter uses 6 seconds. 7 to 10 words. Can anyone give an elevator pitch right now? Anyone who's practiced it? Aarti, don't feel shy. Ameya, Alejandro, anyone, guys? There's no right or wrong answer. Only if you practice, you'll improve. Right? Be it Barack Obama or Amitabh Bachchan, they practiced it 100 times. You never saw the practice. You only saw the final delivery. Shweta, I'm a recruiter. Tell me why I should hire you. Go.
Hello. Firstly, I'll start with the elevator pitch.
Speak it. Speak it. Hi, I am
Yeah.
Shweta.
Okay.
Go.
Okay. I'm Shweta Kopradekar. I have 7 years of banking experience, and I've also worked for banking sector in India. So I think I am very creative person, self motivated, and I also have good leadership skills. So this is what defines me a lot.
Okay. Good attempt. We will see what to do, what not to do. All right, Shweta, good. You're already in Canada, right?
Yes.
Okay. I just noticed something. Can you say it? Be very clear. Shweta, can you say it? This is for everyone. At least you are the brand ambassador. You spoke while the others hesitated, right? Do you think Mahatma Gandhi said, I think I will get freedom? Or he said, I will get freedom?
I will get freedom.
So don't say, I think. I am. I will do it. I am the custodian of the job. I will get the job. You got it? That
Yes.
confidence gets you the job. Got it?
Right.
Does that make sense? No, brand doesn't say I think. So Shweta, short words to the point. Makes sense? That like you put blinders on a horse, so it doesn't look here and there. That's what I meant. But Shweta, is that enough? Why are 90% people in Canada either jobless or doing menial jobs? Why do you think so? Because one thing is never taught to us. Because when you give that pitch, Shweta, always remember that the Steve Jobs quote, all of you remember, it's not what you say, it's the impact that you will have on the others. It's how others will feel. So if you only focus on how should the recruiter feel after you speak, because Shweta, if 200 people are applying for the same job, won't they all say the same thing about it? आपने हटके क्या बोला? What was different about you, isn't it? So let us first notice some of the basic mistakes people do. All right. Okay. So here we go. This is a video for 1 minute. Watch it for 1 minute. You can get it on YouTube. Her name is Kathy McAfee. She says what not to do. Then we will see what to do. All right. Okay, guys, let's go.
So 10 seconds. In 10 seconds, sometimes people say 10 words. How much can you say? So 10 words. Well, you can do a word count. I mean, it's very hard to get it down to 10 words. And the first time I did this, it was at an NSA, National Speakers Association meeting, for my first time, and the guy said, who would like to give their 7-word pitch? Now, 7 words. Like some, out of college, I'll do it. I'm new, I don't know anybody, no one knows me, I'll do it. So I stood up and I said, hi, I'm Kathy McAfee, I'm a branding expert. And I sat down, and he said to me, good for you, she's a branding expert, isn't that great, good for her. Who cares? What does that have to do with me? So when you give your pitch, you don't want to make it all about how fantastic you are, because they don't care.
Was that scary, Shweta? Did it make sense?
Yes.
Aarti, did it make sense? Ronak, Ameya? Unknowingly, when you because this is never taught to us. Manmeet asked a great question. Manmeet, can you unmute yourself?
For sure.
Manmeet, you asked a great question, right? She asked, is that overconfidence? No, it is self-awareness. It is self-worth. Make sense?
Definitely.
Unfortunately, I am from India too, right? These things are never taught. In fact, something wrong is taught to us. It's a cultural thing, right? In India, we are taught not to look at people. So if in India I met Dan, if I come from India, I would look down as a mark of respect to Dan. But Dan would think he lacks confidence. Because in India, you got to look down when you see an elder person. You see what I'm saying? Here, if you look down, Ameya, the job's gone. The guy will say no confidence. Right? Manmeet, so remember, it is here it is appreciated. It is valued. Because people would like to hire someone who has confidence in himself or herself. Yeah, Manmeet, go ahead. Your hand raised.
I just wanted to thank you. It's a very valid point. We come from a culture where authority, in order to be respected, you have to minimize yourself, show yourself a little less, and we feel less appreciative there. But I think things are very different here. You have to talk man to man, eye to eye.
Thank you so much, Manmeet. Appreciate, right? Those coming from India and other parts, you got, see, we give away. We were told to call people sir. Here you call someone sir, no. Even Joe Biden is called Joe Biden, right? Not Mantri Ji, right? Maybe Justin Trudeau. So understand, first name basis, look in the eye. Thank you, Manmeet, for bringing it up. So guys, an elevator pitch is also the cultural nuances. Make sense? Right? You can have the best script, but cultural nuances. So anyway, let's go back to the Kathy video. What did she say? Unknowingly, people are giving you a response. And people come to Dinesh and me many times. Brenda, Dan, we do this often, right? Murli, I'm not getting a job. I practice elevator pitch because you spoke about yourself. And that was only taught to us. Objective, in a resume, objective statement. My objective is to work in a challenging company, in a dynamic role. Come on. Nobody wants to know, right? You will get the job, Shweta, not because you are the better candidate, because you said something different that the others don't. So Starbucks, it is just confidence. It is self-awareness. Take it or leave it. Piece of metal, Ronak, made in China. I know it, not more than $10, $20, $30, right? Even I am a branding guy, fell victim to this, paid $800. In India, people sell a kidney to buy this, ₹1,00,000 and more, isn't it? Guys, branding is, this is who I am, take it or leave it. You got to have that approach, guys. Right? Ronak, if you wore a t-shirt, right? Maybe made in Bangladesh somewhere, China somewhere, $10. But if I take this pen now and do a tick mark, what is the price of the t-shirt, Ronak?
$100.
Yes, sir. Then you never say, but it is made in China. No one ever goes to Starbucks and says, come on, my grandma makes it for 10 cents. Why do you charge $6? We love a brand, the feeling. And that is confidence, right? Okay. I mean, take away Top Gun or Patan, what they're ordinary movies, guys. The guy's confident, the swag. So, to introduce the word swag is very important elevator pitch. Having said that, now let's go to the homework, okay? So we have half an hour, homework time, take notes, take pictures. Your homework starts now. We saw what not to do. Let us see in 5 simple steps what to do. Homework starts. All right. So we spoke about confidence, self-awareness, right? If you don't know who you are. So in the Bible, Jesus said, man, know thyself. In 2023, Murli is saying something else. Man, brand thyself. Man, know thyself. Man, brand thyself. But that only happen if man, love thyself. Be proud of who you are, guys. Manmeet, Robandeep, Ronak, Aarti, everyone, Shweta, Ameya. We're proud of your greatness, guys. You have the same brain that Elon Musk has. Makes sense? In my eyes, no one is different. You have the same brain. He just knows to be confident. The seed of greatness within each one of you, you can rise and shine, right? Forget looking for a job. A job should come to you. 7 years in Canada, last 7 years, I've never looked for a single job. Opportunities come to me. Kabil bano, kamyabi jhak maar ke aayegi. That's true in your life as well. Become so good, success chases you. You don't, sick and tired of chasing jobs. Sir, please, I'll do anything for a job. Give me, what nonsense, guys. Be so good, they come after you, guys. Got it? Okay. Last I heard, Shah Rukh Khan or Tom Cruise did not send out resumes. Please give me a movie. People line up. Okay. Okay. Let's go. Step number 1, identify who you are. Tip number 1, know who you are. So Shweta, when you go into the job, you say, I know that in your mind, you say, I know, because right now, as I'm talking, there's a little Shweta, little Robandeep, little Aarti, okay, little Manmeet. What is he saying? Right? Control that mind. Believe in your greatness. I believe in your greatness. Inside you is a butterfly willing to fly out, right? Okay. So identify who you are. Your self-worth is important. It's not confidence. This who I am, come get it. If someone can take a piece of metal and call it iPhone and sell it for $1 million, why not you? Right? If someone can make fake characters called Star Wars and Avengers and all that nonsense, this is a real you, guys. People pay millions to make a fake character a hit. You're a real hero. You're the real star. So identify who you are, right? So when you go into job interview, in the back of your mind, I know there are 200 guys, but there's no one like me. Well, I tell myself, this morning I woke up, what do you think I told myself at 12 o'clock? I know Robandeep and Ronak and everyone can meet thousands of speakers, but there's no one like me. No one like me to impact their lives. I will today impact Aarti's life and Manmeet's life. That's what I told myself, right? Sure, there are other speakers, but no one like me. Can you tell that to yourself, Shweta? Shweta, can you tell yourself, God created you in his greatness, right?
Yes,
Then,
yes.
okay. In every religious book, what does it say? In Indian language, we say namaste. What does it mean? Namaste. Who knows the meaning of namaste? I bow down to the God in you, right? In the Bible, what does it say? God created man with an image of himself. You got it? When you are that great, why are you succumbing to some nonsense? I'm just an applicant. Ameya, stop telling yourself. Robandeep, no one like you. Ronak, no one like you. You're already a brand. So you got to go with that confidence. This is who I am. Got it, guys? Step number 1. Step number 2, identify your why. Don't look to get a job, Shweta. Right? Can you unmute yourself, Shweta?
Yes.
Don't think I want a job. Then that Kathy McAfee ghost will come and haunt you at 3 o'clock. I'm scared of that lady. You know that? I don't want her ever telling me at 3 o'clock in the morning, good for you, who cares? Right? Identify. Why do you need the job at RBC or TD Bank? Think what will happen when you join TD Bank. What problem will you solve? You tell me. Make sense?
Right.
Okay, go with that approach. Ronak, ad agency people like us have solved multiple problems. When I joined TD Bank, I said in India we call it home loan, here you call it mortgage. We need to have a clarification. So we set up a FAQ section and we called it Sawal Jawab. Simple thing, but man, it helped. Today, TD Bank is number 1 among the top 5 banks in New Canadian. In Vancouver, right? An ad agency guy like you and me, tell us, used to always use cute animals, but they did not know the multicultural nuances, Ronak. You know what they did? In Vancouver, a fellow copywriter like me, or Ronak, what's your role in ad agency? Servicing?
Art director. Art.
An art director, good. A fellow art director like you in Vancouver, saved TELUS millions of dollars. Every year, TELUS that's cute. They'll do a giraffe, a dolphin or something. Couple of years back, they did pigs. And we know, right, what happens with the Muslim community, Islam community.
Yep.
They received a lot of backlash. Why? They never knew. Right? Thankfully, a copywriter like someone like you who came from Asia told them it is wrong. And so they were able to, do some damage control. Solve a problem, guys. So Shweta, Ameya, if I join this bank, this is how I'll solve the problem. Say that to yourself. Why do we like, my name is Bond James Bond. What does James Bond do as soon as he comes on screen? You never see him buying tomatoes or Loblaws, right? What does he do? He solves a world problem. And then the credits roll. Have you seen it, guys? Right? Be it Hollywood or Bollywood, the hero's entry always solves a problem. And that's why you clap and whistle for the hero. Everyone clear? Amaya clear? Manmeet, makes sense? The minute you take your eyes away from yourself and spend time focusing on solving a problem, you gain confidence, your self-awareness. Right? We are how much? 45 minutes into the presentation. Except Dinesh's introduction. How much time did I spend talking about myself? Nothing. Nil. Nada. Got it? My entire focus has been on Ameya, Aarti, Robandeep, everyone solving your problem. That's my why. Did you see that, Shweta? I did not spend a single minute talking about myself. Right? Okay. So, be aware of who you are. Identify your why. Point number 3. Okay. What makes you unique? There can be many bankers, but no one solved the problem with Shweta. Now you talk about your experience. Always have a story to relate in the back of your mind because it will come. Tell me about yourself should trigger me to know more about yourself. Everything about you is a teaser trailer. I want to know more about Ronak. Really? They'll ask you more. One question will lead to the other. Right? And soon it becomes a conversation, not an FBI questioning. Tell me about yourself, or your school and this and that. It's a conversation. It's a friendly conversation, right? What makes you unique? Include a call to action, guys. You got to book a meeting from a meeting. Write this down. This is my approach. Bam, fam. Wow, how do you think I'm going to end this meeting with Dinesh? Dinesh, nice talking to you. Let's meet on Thursday. On Thursday, Dinesh and I will say, nice talking to you. Let's meet. It's a continuation, guys. Life is a continuation. Dinesh has a famous line. You can say it later. It's like a caravan, chalti rehti hai. There's no end to you're improving yourself. Include a call to action and practice and rehearse all the time. All right. And now we have 5 minutes. We are going to see a video of what to do. Make sense, guys? So I'm going to stop this. This is a beautiful video that you're going to see. So we're going to say goodbye to Kathy McAfee. I don't want a ghost, but let us look at this beautiful lady. All right.
Learn how to create the perfect elevator pitch so that you can impress a potential employer or land a new client. In this video, you'll learn how long your elevator pitch should be and what you can say to spark interest, leaving the other person wanting to know more about you. And if you stay around until the end, you'll learn my simple formula that will save you time to create your own powerful pitch. If we've never met before, I'm Heather Austin from ProfessorAustin.com and the Career Club on Facebook. And on this channel, I teach simple solutions to help you build a business or launch a career you love. So if you're new here, hit that subscribe button down below and the bell notification so you don't miss a thing. Whether you're a job seeker or an entrepreneur, having an elevator pitch is essential for your career progression. This simple yet powerful representation of who you are will give you more confidence when meeting with prospective clients, attending networking events, or job fairs. Before we jump into how to create the perfect pitch, remember that the purpose of an elevator pitch is to quickly let others know what your expertise are, what your greatest accomplishments are. It's designed to ignite a two-sided conversation.
Designed to ignite, right? Your elevator pitch, always plan 10 steps ahead, guys. Designed to ignite. Keep that in mind.
So think of it in terms of baseball. If you pitch a ball to someone, they're going to pitch it back to you. So you don't want to do all the rambling. You want to turn it into a two-sided conversation. So let's jump into it. Tip number 1, identify who you are and who you help. Start with
Who you are is important, but equally important is who you help. You are born to help, guys. Got it? Right? You're a creation of nature. Think about it. Stop this I, me, myself, I want a job, right? In nature, what does the sun do? It shines for others. The river flows for somebody else. Aren't you a creation of nature? The tree bears fruit for somebody else. When did man become so selfish? But in a world of 200 selfish applicants, your genuine interest will show. Make sense, guys? Those of you coming from India, you come from the land of karma. As you sow, so shall you reap. If your intention is, I'm here to help, you don't have to have lack of confidence. Look people in the eye because you're helping someone, guys. You're helping the recruiter, the branch manager, hire a good candidate so the company can perform better. Why do you look at it that way? You're solving that problem, isn't it? They are looking at 200 candidates, you're making their life easier. So that is how you approach. Identify who you are and who you help.
with a simple statement that quickly grabs the attention of the other person and piques their interest. Here's an example of how I would start my own elevator pitch. I am a career and business strategy coach, helping working professionals find a career that brings true happiness and fulfillment.
I'm a business coach too, right? If you go on YouTube, this is my self-plug. I don't want to do it, but just to give an example, I also have a 1-minute elevator pitch on YouTube. You can type Murli Murthy YouTube branding. I say the same thing. Helping people unleash their wow. Okay, that's my USP. So use words like helping. Remove words from our vocabulary like looking for a job, seeking. Those are weak words. Exploring, please. Helping, enabling, delivering, creating, connecting, transforming. These words should be there in elevator pitch. Definitely the word helping should be there in elevator pitch. Helping, enabling, developing, delivering. Make sure. Okay. All right, guys. Okay.
Next step is to identify your why. To keep the other person engaged, mention why you do what you do. This will help you better explain your purpose and better clarify your passion and commitment to what you do. This will also be one of the reasons why the person you're talking to takes action in the end. So here's how I would explain this in my elevator pitch. One of my greatest passions is to provide award-winning career guidance to business professionals that want to learn top-notch job search strategies, LinkedIn tactics, interview prep skills, and even...
So Shweta, when you spoke about banking experience or leadership, explain it, elaborate on it. Same thing with you, Ameya. Same thing with you, Ronak, everyone. Roban, you may be a student right now, but talk about projects you've done. And we know you've done quite a few. But facts tell, but stories sell. People remember stories.
Career transition approaches. Now, your elevator pitch is very similar to a professional bio. To learn more about how to write a short professional bio, I created a video that will help you do just that. I'll go ahead and link that one up below. Step number 3, explain what makes you unique. After you've mentioned who you are, who you help, and why you help them, you then want to talk about what makes you so special, what makes you different. An easy way to do this is to mention your greatest accomplishments. What are some of the largest problems you've solved or major contributions you've made? This will help keep the momentum going and will give you credibility. So here's how I would explain this in my elevator pitch. In addition to career strategy, I help my clients explore options for starting and growing a new business. I provide actionable advice to those that are striving to become entrepreneurs. Step number 4, include a call to action. Your goal at the end of your conversation should be to get the other person to take some type of action. This can be something as simple like an exchange of business cards, or a request to connect on LinkedIn, or better yet, a follow-up meeting. Now, one of my favorite ways to get the other person to take action is by asking them a simple question. For example, I might say something like, is entrepreneurship something you've considered before? This will be the start of a new relationship and hopefully lead to your end goal. Step number 5, practice and revise. One of the best things you can do is to practice your elevator pitch out.
Okay. Was that useful, guys? Okay. Now let's do the actual homework. Okay. Here is something that we can do. Make sense, guys? Because that's what my field is. You can share. I'm going to share a template with you. You can share your script with me and we can perfect it. Okay. And you can cut through like 200 candidates, like, like a knife through butter. Okay. So okay, as we go into the exercise, right, we have 5 minutes left. You can connect with me on LinkedIn and you can also send me a script by email. It'll help you all your life. Okay. So let's start the exercise, guys. So I've given you my email address. Do the homework because no session, that's why we want their videos on. We want to help all of you, but this is not someone wears the mic and okay, delivers the script, speech and goes away. We want you to succeed. Okay. So here is homework number 1. 5 things. Let's put all the 5 things into practice. Okay. This would be a template. I am. Describe who you are. Be very clear. Make sense? Helping, enabling, delivering, connecting, communicating, transforming. Who you help is very important. Your target audience, your passion, your accomplishments, what you've done, isn't it? List your passions. I've been fortunate. Some of the biggest problems you solved or some of your greatest accomplishment. If you won an award, mention it here, right? Anything you did. Robandi, we did something at your college. You've done million things, I know, but if there's a student here who hasn't got a job experience, you still did a project. Make sense? And this is how I can help you. Meet someone at a networking association. How do you think Dinesh and I met? We also met at a networking event through a common networking platform. And we used a similar elevator pitch. Make sense? We both promoted organizations. Today, we combine BMG and CAMP networking and ACE and do amazing things. Okay. The first thing is know who you are. You are not just another human being. You're a creation of the universe. You're special. List who you are. This is very important. List who you help. Start with that practice, guys. We can keep on making it better, make it short and tight. So we will create your my name is Bond James Bond, the 7-word pitch to keep Kathy McAfee quiet. So she never says good for you. But this script, no recruiter will say good for you. Make sense? Who you are, who you help. List your passion. I'm passionate about helping banks solve their financial problem. I'm Ronak, I'm passionate about helping brands figure out their value proposition. Everyone's passionate about something. Robandeep, I'm passionate about empowering the youth community. I want to make the world better one youth at a time, isn't it? Dinesh and I have a dream to light 10,000 candles. Is that a good passion, Ronak?
All passions are good.
Yes.
No right or wrong.
Aarti, is that a good passion? 10,000 candles?
I think I'm with Amya. I think who said this? The last thing.
Okay.
Well,
Amaya,
Ronak.
what do you think, Amaya? That's our passion, light 10,000 candles. And the universe keeps sending people to us. Today, send us Shweta and all of you, right? So that's how it's done. We're very clear about who we are, right? And so we keep our antenna up. Anyone the universe sends us to help, we help them. Okay. So who you are, be aware. Self-worth, self-awareness is very important. Who you help, how you help, because only you can do. Only Amaya can do what he does. Only Aarti can do yoga. I can't do yoga, isn't it? Right? Everyone's good at something. Only Ronak can art direct. I can't art direct. Right? So List some of the problems you are solving, accomplishing. Be proud of everything you did. A client you helped, right? Anything, okay? And finally, have you ever considered, right? In a job scenario, you will say the everything and say, now this helps me and this explains why I'm the perfect fit. Shweta, not I think I'm the perfect fit. I am the perfect fit. I am the ideal candidate you're looking for. Make sense? I didn't mention this to Dinesh and Dan and Brenda, but in my heart, right? What do you think? What do you think? My heart speaks to their heart. There can't be a better person to do this. I am the right guy. It's that confidence, right? I can do a million things. I can't climb Mount Everest. I can do the yoga that Aarti does. I can do the art direction that Ronak does. But I can do this, right? Each one of us can do one thing. Be very confident about who you are. Make sense? So if you guys want, you can take a screenshot of this, do a script and email it to me and we'll fine tune it. From there, we can make your LinkedIn better, your resume, your everything, and everyone here will help you. Attend more sessions of BMG. Dinesh and Brenda and Dan will announce, right? Every BMG session is meant to improve your professional skills. An elevator pitch is the start, it's the foundation, it's the very basics of what you do. All right. So we are at 12:58, 2 minutes left for Q&A. So take a screenshot of this, guys. I'm going to close this. Oh yeah, one more screen. This is what I wanted to end with. You got to start with the customer experience and work backwards. It's a beautiful quote by him. Piece of metal made in China. It was never about the phone. It was about the customer experience. Be it CCD or Starbucks. It was never about the coffee. It was about the experience. Your elevator pitch is never about who you are. It is how the recruiter feels, the hiring manager feels after you've done your speech. Okay. Well, that's about me. That's my website. And anything you want to know about me. But we're going to focus on this and take a screenshot of this. And with that, I'm done. Any question, answer anyone, or we give it back to the amazing, the one and only Dinesh Sharma. Dinesh, over to you, sir.
Thank you, Murli. As always, it has been a wonderful, very insightful presentation. Can you stop sharing, please?
Wonderful. Okay.
Yes, now we can see everybody. Everybody got anything out of it too? I got a lot of it. How about you? Anyone, any comment? Okay. I'm going to share something. Working with Murli, listening to him for the last 18 months time. Okay, I'm going to share with you what we say for BMG. It says, who you are. At BMG, we help newcomers and international students integrate into Canadian culture through education, employment, and community integrations. Okay, that's how we do it, who we are at BMG. Why do we do it? The reason we do it is 500,000 Canadian, 500,000 immigrants or newcomers come to Canada every year, and they all need help. What makes us unique? The team of BMG has got a lived experience of being an immigrant and newcomer and international students. And we've got the cultural knowledge of both the countries. Okay, we've got people here from India on our board. We've got people from other parts of the world. So they've got the lived experience of living in the other country, as well as the lived experience of being in Canada also. What's our accomplishment? What he said, what was our accomplishment? In less than 3 years of our existence, we have so far impacted the life of about 2,000 people that have attended our sessions in the last 3 years' time. Dan, you're agree to it too. We've got all the data if anybody wants to ever check onto it too. But to what Murli said is, what's our mission? 500,000 people. It's a big issue. It's a big need. For us, every life matters. Wherever you guys are today, we were there 10 years back, 15 years back. We've gone through that journey. And that's why it is our passion, it is our commitment. And we are not only doing it through ourselves, we are doing it in collaborations with, we're building a holistic model, not only for career and job. We have a session coming up, and all we do this free of cost. We don't charge anything to anybody. Why do we do this? We do this because when you see somebody else succeeding, the sense of fulfillment that you get seeing other people succeed, I can't even tell you how fulfilling that is. When people call us up and says, hey, I got a job, or I got a change, I got a promotion, I got this. Why? Because I attended a session which BMG organized through Murli, through Dan, through Laurelie, through Brenda, through anybody. It's very fulfilling for us. Okay, so I won't take too much of a time because I know it's already 1 o'clock. We have a session coming up this Saturday. Brenda, you're here? Brenda's still here? Yeah, she is. Brenda,
Yes.
you want to talk about the session on
I'm there.
Saturday?
I'm there. Yes, yes.
Brenda.
Yes,
yeah,
yes.
she's right here. Brenda Fernandez, she's our Director of Administration, and she's organizing, she's leading a project for the month of March where she's been organizing a couple of sessions. So Brenda, over to you. Why don't you talk about the session that we are doing it on this Saturday first, and then the sessions in the coming weeks and all that stuff too. Over to you.
So the first session is on Master Your Job Search in 5 Simple Steps. And I will be the one speaking on that. And then we have someone else, another speaker, Desiree D'Souza, who's going to speak on wellness in the workplace, mind and body. And then please go on the BMG website and register through Eventbrite. And we have 7 more sessions coming up during the week and on the Saturdays. And we will put up the flyers. Please sign up. They're lovely sessions. We have an amazing lineup of speakers. And if you have any questions, reach out to me and I'd be happy to answer any questions. Thank you.
And unlike this session, which is a virtual session, these 8 sessions that we are organizing it, these are in-person sessions within Brampton itself at different locations, because yes, virtual is fine, it's good, but we still believe we, the humans, are social people. We like to interact in person with each other. Okay, so all the information about these sessions is being regularly posted on my LinkedIn account, BMG's LinkedIn account, and as I said earlier, and all these sessions are free of cost. And for the in-person session, there will be obviously some refreshments also that we'll be giving it. So any final thoughts, Dan, Brenda, Murli? Dan,
Just
over
want
to
to tell,
you. Any final thoughts, comments?
I just want to tell people that come and drop in and have a cup of coffee and some light snacks.
Yeah.
I think so. I've texted Murli. If you could please see in the chat box.
Okay. We're going to be respectful of the time. It's 6 after 1, and we all have a commitment. Any final thoughts, Dan? You want to share it?
No, I think you've covered it. I think yeah, our March sessions that are in partnership with PCHS are going to be wonderful. Brenda's done a good job of setting them up, so please check them out and try to come out to some, if not all of them. I think there's going to be a lot of good content there for everybody. So yeah, and this was great. Thanks, Murli. Always a pleasure.
Thank you, Dan, Dinesh, Brenda. No one like you guys. Thank you so much.
One last comment that I will make it is, if you learned something in today's session which you didn't know at 11:55 today and you know it now, okay, share it with other people and said, hey, this is BMG which is organizing these sessions free of cost. okay, and you're giving knowledge. Many times people think free means, may not be. Free does not mean that the content does not have a value. Robandi can attest to it too. She's been attending our session for the last 7-8 months time now too, okay? And so we also, what we do is we do a summary of the session on our LinkedIn, which we'll do it maybe tomorrow. Like it, comment it, share it. Because
This time
like
I'll be
Murli
doing
said,
that.
we've done
Dineshji,
like
I'll be
Murli
doing
said,
that.
2,000 people have attended the session, but 500,000 people come to Canada every year. 500,000. The need is so big. Okay.
Actually,
I will rest
one
it
more
here.
thing, Dinesh. These sessions that we're doing in March, they're actually the opposite of free. If you show up, we have gift cards for you. So come and join us, free coffee, snacks, and some great content, and you can go away with a gift card as well. So
That's wonderful, Dan.
it's better
Will I
than
get
free.
a gift card also if I come?
Better than free. Yes,
No, Dan, will I get a gift card if I come?
absolutely. I've got one for you.
That's a great elevator pitch, Dan.
Yeah, I know Amia asked me a question that if you also provide mentoring to job seekers like me, Amia, we are going to be running a mentorship program starting May. It's a 5-module program that we will be launching it in starting May onwards or so. So keep in touch with us. But till the time we start those mentoring programs, attend these sessions. There's a whole lot of a session that we organize it. Like Murli said, 85% are the soft skills or the communication or whatever you call it to. Okay. So thank you everybody. It is our honor. It is our pleasure that you took the time to join us. I hope we were able to add some value in, and you gained something out of the 1 hour that you spent with us too. Thank you, Murli. Thank you, Dan. Thank you, Brenda. Thank you, everybody.
Okay, bye-bye.
Thank you, everybody.
Guys, take care. Bye.
Bye.
Thank you.
Thank you so much, everyone. Bye.